Welcome to Fenway Park as the Red Sox return home. They open up a 3-game weekend series with the Tampa Bay Rays. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, the Red Sox get back to 500 as they take 2 out of 3 from the first-place Orioles to end the road trip, have a day off, and now they welcome these Tampa Bay Rays. Really, the Red Sox have played very good baseball over the last couple of weeks. We take a look at the numbers, especially over the last 13 games for the Red Sox. Well, they finished their 20 games in 20-day stretch at 11-9, but it has been the last 13 days that they've really taken off. Boston has won 10 of their last 13, scoring nearly 5.5 runs per game. Sox have hit 22 home runs over that period, but the biggest reason for success has been the pitching. The ERA over the stretch is an even 3, over a run and a half lower than their season total, and opponents have hit just 240. We welcome in Jerry Remy, and Jerry, because of so many injuries for the Red Sox this season, they've had to look in different places, and we've seen some new faces.
Well, they have, Don. And every team in baseball has injuries throughout the course of the season, but the Red Sox sure had their share, especially in the outfield. And they've had to go to the minor leagues to get a couple of players to help out, and they certainly have helped out. And Wednesday's game in Baltimore, Daniel Nava picking up his second home run of the season. He looks so much more comfortable this time around in the big leagues than back in the first time. And Scott Podsednik, called up from AAA, also joining the home run parade on Wednesday in Baltimore to help the Red Sox. To be a successful team for the whole season, you have to get contributions like that. It's impossible for teams to stay healthy all year. When they go to the minor leagues, hopefully they can get guys to come up to contribute, and so far they have.
Well, tonight in Game 1 of the series, the Red Sox have John Lester on the mound. He is 10-6 lifetime against Tampa Bay with a 3.91 earned run average. We're back with more right after this. The Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. The Tampa Bay Rays are here for the first of 3. They're in second place, a game back of the Baltimore Orioles to start tonight's action in the American League East. Joe Maddon's team, well, they've played great baseball at home, not so much on the road, as we take a look at some of the numbers. Tampa Bay comes to Fenway for the second time this year after finishing an 8-game homestand. They were 4-4 and made it the first homestand this season. They failed to post a winning mark, but overall they're 17-7 at Tropicana Field. The real problem for the Rays has come on the road. They're just 10-11 on the road this season. The offense away from the Trop has actually been better, but the pitching has been much worse. Team ERA is 2 full runs higher, and opponents have hit 50 points better against the Rays on the road. This includes their 4-game set at Fenway, in which they allowed 31 runs. Well, tonight the Red Sox very happy to be home here at Fenway Park to start a homestand on this Memorial Day weekend. And on the mound tonight for the Rays is Alex Cobb. He was Boston-born. He's 24 years of age, called up on May 19th. He'll get the ball tonight for the Rays. We're back with the first pitch after this. Sullivan Tire, New England's website for deals by Toyota.com, Dunkin' Donuts, New England Subaru dealers, and by Southwest Airlines. Well, good evening once again, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park as the Red Sox relievers make their way to the pen. It turns out that tonight is a beautiful night from Fenway after it had been cloud covered for the most part and rain at times today in Boston. Blue skies above as we get started here tonight, and breeze right now that is headed out towards left center field, and the lights are on as the Red Sox return home to Fenway. And tonight the Red Sox start the series against the Rays. Big night here, and we got lots coming up as we'll preview small talk. Of course, Darnell McDonald is on the hot seat this weekend. Rays themed travel, which is always interesting. Joe Madden always has something different to have his team travel with, and we'll check that out tonight as this is one of their themed trips. And we'll get you caught up on the Royals-Orioles update. Of course, the Baltimore Orioles starting the night in first place in the American League East. They've got a one-game lead over the Tampa Bay Rays. And you look at the standings in the American League East. The Tampa Bay Rays a game back of the O's. Toronto 4 games back. The Yankees 4.5. And the Red Sox now back to 500. Once again, our 5.5 games in behind the Orioles, which they just took 2 out of 3 from. And Jerry, very good to be back home again at Fenway Park.
Well, it is, and the schedule, at home going to be tough for this homestand. You've got Detroit coming in, who's not playing very good baseball, but they're still a very good team, as we know. And of course, Tampa Bay over the weekend. Kevin Youkilis getting the start tonight at third base for the Red Sox as he's returned in a very nice form for Boston after coming off the disabled list. So good to be back home. A very good road trip for the Red Sox, and hopefully they can pick up some more ground on this homestand.
Yeah, John Lester will be on the mound tonight for the Red Sox, getting the start against the Rays as Lester has won his last 2 games, beating Seattle and at Philadelphia. So looking to make it 3 in a row here tonight against the Rays. Red Sox in their red uniforms on this Friday night as the Red Sox begin the weekend series, Memorial Day weekend. On the other side tonight for the Rays, it'll be Alex Cobb, mentioned, born in Boston. And making his way in. He was called up when Jeff Neiman was placed on the DL with a fractured leg, so he's been up since May 19th. As the Red Sox take the field tonight. As they do, let's check out the visiting Tampa Bay Rays starting lineup. It's brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. Carlos Pena is leading it off at first base, with B.J. Upton in center field batting second. Luke Scott's the DH with Ben Zobrist in right field in the cleanup spot. Matt Joyce in left field. Sean Rodriguez at second base. Drew Sutton is at third base and bats seventh. Chris Jimenez does the catching, he bats eighth. And Elliott Johnson at shortstop rounds out the starting 9 for the Tampa Bay Rays. Mentioned John Lester on the mound tonight for the Red Sox, his 10th start of the year. Comes in at 3-3 with a 3.95 earned run average. He's logged 57 innings and has 37 Ks. Opponent's hitting at 256 against Lester. Last time out, a victory in Philadelphia, as he went 6 innings, did give up 4 runs on 8 hits. The Red Sox able to get the win for him, 7-4 in that game against the Phillies.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are second in the American League, only 18 errors on the season. Kevin Youkilis at third base, Mike Aviles the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Adrian Gonzalez the first baseman. Left to right, Daniel Navas, Scott Pasendik, and Marlon Byrd, and Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for John Lester.
Umpiring crew tonight, Mark Carlson has a play calling the balls and strikes with the crew chief Ed Rapuano at first base, Angel Hernandez at second base, and Chris Conroy, he is the umpire at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
A beautiful night here tonight at Fenway Park. 71 degrees to start the game. Breeze out to left at 11 miles per hour. Forecast partly cloudy, but pretty good conditions to get this game started tonight. Well, unusual to see Carlos Pena leading off until you see the numbers that he has against John Lester. It's part of our key matchup brought to you by New England Acura dealers. And he has 5 home runs in his career against John Lester. So Joe Madden puts him at the top of the order for the Rays.
Yeah, he by far has the best numbers against Lester than anybody in the lineup tonight. And it is strange to see Pena in that leadoff spot. But you can see why by the numbers.
Yeah, Pena hitting at just .217 on the season. Red Sox going to the shift on the right side. And the first pitch of the ball game will miss inside. Ball one. We're underway. So Mike Aviles on the right side of the infield. And he had 217, 6 homers, 21 runs driven in. John Lester, lifetime against Tampa Bay, 10-6 with a 3.91 earned run average. Last year, he's only 1-3 against the Rays with a 4.32 ERA. 2-0 pitch in on the ground to first base. Adrian Gonzalez will flip to Lester for the game's first out.
The last couple of games, of course, Adrian Gonzalez has been out there in right field for the Boston Red Sox, back at his comfortable position at first base tonight, as Will Middlebrooks gets the night off.
One down here in the first inning as B.J. Upton stands in on the right side. Upton will send it to center. Podsednik gets back quickly and makes the catch. It was hit sharply, but Podsednik gets back there pretty quickly and makes the catch. 2 down.
B.J. Upton jumping on that first fastball from John Lester. It's a line shot, but Podsednik, a very good jump on a ball almost directly over his head, is able to get the second out of the inning.
Here is Luke Scott moving up in the order, batting third. 243 with 8 homers and 31 runs batted in. Team high 31 RBIs in 40 games so far. 6th in the American League in that category. As he takes strike one. They stack it up on the right side again for Scott. That'll miss away. 1-1.
Luke Scott 0 for 8 in his career against John Lester, but put in that third spot tonight by Joe Madden.
Joe Madden, the reigning manager of the year in the American League. This one fouled back, and it's a ball and 2 strikes to Luke Scott.
Lester with a good live fastball here in the first inning, 95 miles an hour.
Well, Bobby Valentine very satisfied with the 20 days and 20 games the Red Sox just went through. And there's strike 3. First strikeout for John Lester. An 8-pitch first inning. Red Sox coming up. shortstop with Dustin Pedroia at second base. David Ortiz, a DH. With Adrian Gonzalez at first base in the cleanup spot. Kevin Youkilis back at third base. Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching with Daniel Nave in left. It is Marlon Byrd in right field and Scott Podsednik in center field batting ninth. So Aviles to lead it off as he takes strike one from Alex Cobb. His numbers with the Durham Bulls so far this year: 8 starts, 1-4 with a 4.14 earned run average. I mentioned he got called up on May 19th. This marks his second start. In the first start, he beat Atlanta. 7 innings, giving up 2 runs on 6 hits. He walked 2, struck out 6. 24-year-old, another good young arm for the Rays coming from their system. This one will get through at third base. Drew Sutton, the former Red Sox infielder outfielder, was in at the lip of the grass, and that one just kind of eats him up at third base.
The defense for the Tampa Bay Rays has not been very good this season, and that'll probably go as an error on Drew Sutton, I would think, down at third base. Well, Evan Longoria is still on the disabled list. Sutton getting the start tonight.
They do indeed charge him with an error at third base, so Aviles aboard on the miscue as Dustin Pedroia stands in. 296, 5 homers, 20 runs batted in for Pedroia as he takes strike one. Dustin has been having some patient plate appearances this year. He has seen 831 pitches, third most in the American League. Grounds it foul, and the count is 0-2. Fifth in the American League with 55 hits. Cobb added to the roster when Neiman fractured his leg, and Cobb into the rotation right now for the Rays. His 0-2 pitch. We'll have to wait. First to check on Aviles, who is just back to the bag.
Almost got stuck in the dirt out there as he was diving back into first base. A lot of times early in the game, that infield a little bit wet because they just got done watering it down, and it looked like a little bit of a slip by Aviles as he was getting back to first base.
He barely got the fingertips back on the bag. Breaking ball that misses over the head of Pedroia, and it's 1-2. Now Cobb finished very well in his first start against Atlanta. He retired the last 10 batters he faced. Recorded 12 ground ball outs to 1 fly ball out in his outing. Ended up throwing 113 pitches in his first outing. 1-2 is up and away. Snap throw to first, but back is Aviles.
That was almost a pitch out. We could see the fist put down by the catcher. They wanted a pitch away. Not exactly a total pitch out, but a semi pitch out in the attempted throw to first base to get Aviles a little bit late.
Pedroia pops it up. Foul ground. Back comes Jimenez. He's got to play, and he makes it for the first out of the first inning.
Let's take a look at the Tampa Bay defense. They're last in the American League. 41 errors in 45 games. Drew Sutton at third base. Elliott Johnson, the shortstop. Sean Rodriguez at second. And Carlos Pena, the first baseman, left to right. Matt Joyce, P.J. Upton, Ben Zobrist, and Chris Jimenez doing the catching for Cobb.
1 out, 1 on here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the first inning. David Ortiz checking in. David at .315, 10 homers and 30 runs batted in. David getting his team leading 10th home run on Monday night at Baltimore. He's tied for 8th in the American League in home runs. David was just 1 for 13 in the series against the Orioles. The one was the home run that we mentioned from Monday night. And for the road trip, he was 4 for 29, so a relatively quiet trip for David. This one fouled back to the screen, 1-1. On deck, Adrian Gonzalez. Red Sox batting here in the bottom of the first inning. Low throw picked by Pena. I mentioned Alex Cobb, born in Boston, Mass, but resides in Vero Beach, Florida. Grew up in Vero Beach, went to high school in Vero Beach. There goes Avila. Ortiz takes a pitch high. Throw is off the mark and is backed up. And the third baseman Sutton covering with the shift on.
And had Avilas popped up and looked toward third base, there was nobody at third base at all. It was wide open. He was looking at the baseball, and he see third base wide open. That's because the third baseman was taking the throw. The pitcher stood on the mound, and there was nobody there. That stolen base for Avilas is 6th on the season.
The rest of the team has 8. 2-1 now to Ortiz. That's outside, 3-1. Cobb has been missing up and away.
And so far it's been fastball changeup from Cobb.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. 1 out, runner at second base here in the bottom of the first inning. David Ortiz with a count of 3-1. And David will take the walk.
This reminds me a little bit of Hellickson, as many changeups as he's thrown so far in the first inning.
Jeremy Hellickson,
one of the best changeups in the game.
He'll be matched up here on Sunday against Clay Buchholz in the final game of the series. Those two matched up in Tampa Bay, and will match up again. 2 on, 1 away for Adrian Gonzalez. He takes ball 1 inside. Adrian at .269, 3 home runs, 22 runs batted in. And Hillis at second base, Ortiz at first base. And that'll drop in there for a strike, 1-1.
Once again, a changeup following a fastball. Ball 1 with the fastball, and the last pitch, a changeup for a strike.
Adrian hitting at .366 with runners in scoring position on the season. And goes the opposite way. Joyce is there to make the catch. Sharply hit, but right in the neighborhood of Matt Joyce. 2 down.
That ball hit very hard by Gonzalez on a changeup, but slicing away, as you can see, from Matt Joyce. But he's there and makes a fairly routine play out of it. So it's up to Kevin Youkilis now with 2 outs.
Well, Youkilis back at third base tonight for the Red Sox after playing first base in the series against the Orioles. 243, 3 homers, 10 runs batted in for Youkilis. Bobby Valentine talking about Adrian Gonzalez and not having a problem with playing Adrian in right field here at Fenway Park. So I was a little bit surprised that that would not be a problem for Adrian, thinking about his range, taking that into consideration.
Yeah, Valentine said that, you know, he gets a good jump on the ball. The balls that he can get to, he's going to catch. He's got a good throwing arm. He's an accurate throwing arm. But we'll see how it goes as time goes on here in the big right field here at Fenway Park.
Well, first game played at home for Youkilis since April 21st. As he takes strike 1, 2-1. Had a very good series against Tampa Bay. He was 4 for 10 in the series against the Rays. Of course, Red Sox were able to take 3 out of 4 from Tampa in that series. Youkilis contributing with 3 RBIs in that series. Bats with 2 outs and 2 on. Tried to hold up, but he went around, according to Ed Rapuano.
Very, very close that time, and Youkilis is not going to like the call that he gets. Once again, it's the changeup down in the zone.
Youkilis lines it into center field, a base hit. Avila's being waved around. He'll score, and the Red Sox take a 1-0 lead. Kevin Youkilis drives in the game's first run.
Now, big 2-out base hit by Youkilis. Gets the fastball, gets it down in his zone, and takes it into center field for the base hit. Picks up his 11th RBI of the season, but a big 2-out base hit for Kevin Youkilis to give the Red Sox an early lead in this ball game.
So 2 on and 2 down, a run in. And here's Jared Saltalamacchia. Jared started the night hitting at .273, 7 homers and 19 runs batted in. Set safely in 6 of his last 8 starts. Was 1 for 7 in the series against the Orioles. Outside, 2-0. Last 9 games, though, 400 average with 3 homers and 9 runs batted in. This will bounce away. Jimenez doesn't know where it is, but Ortiz does not advance. Goes back to the bag at second base. Didn't get a real good look, apparently.
Now, sometimes, you know, you get so many people around that baseball, and in this case, you have the hitter, the catcher, the umpire. It's hard to pick up the ball. If you're unsure, you're already in scoring position at second base, just stay there.
On the corner for a strike, 3-1. On deck is Daniel Nava. (3-1) is fouled off to left, out of play. John Lester has been sitting for 18 minutes while the Red Sox have collected a run here in the first. And looking for more. Runners at first and second. The 34th game that Saltalamacchia has appeared in of a possible 45 on the year. He has got the bulk of time as 3-2 is in there for strike three. Red Sox get a run in the first, done with 1-0 Boston. The Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our community. It's on to inning number 2 back at Fenway Park. Red Sox have a 1-0 advantage. Van Zobrist leading it off here for the Rays. Tries to bunt one down the third baseline, but foul ball retrieved by Kevin Youkilis. Zobrist batting in the cleanup spot. It seems like there's been a different cleanup hitter every day for Joe Madden.
I just got to say, it all seems very strange, doesn't it? You get
Yes.
Pena leading off tonight, and you get your cleanup hitter Zobrist trying to bunt for a base hit.
An extreme close-up picture of the manager here going on.
Right in his grill.
You think he's trying to pretend that the guy's not actually taking that picture?
Oh, no, he's going to take another one.
Very close. Didn't like the first one. Paparazzi is everywhere. This one fouled off to the left. 1-2. Zobrist hitting at just .217 so far this season. It does have 6 homers, 17 runs batted in. Fourth start in the cleanup spot for Zobrist, who swings and misses at the curveball and strikes out. Second K for Lester of the night.
2 strikeouts tonight, 1 on a cut fastball to Scott in the first inning, and now Zobrist on the curveball. The strikeout high for Lester on the season is 7. He did that against the Chicago White Sox.
So the K men and women up there, dropping that second K down for John Lester. Closed the first by striking out Scott, opens the second by striking out Zobrist. Now Matt Joyce looks at strike one. Joyce at .274, 8 homers, 24 runs batted in. Well, after 10 walks in his first 35 games, Joyce has been walking more often. 9 walks in his last 7 starts. The split so far, as Lester kind of yanked that one down and away, and it's 2-1. Foul tip, 2-2.
Turnover fastball that time by Lester at 91 miles an hour. The foul tip into the glove of Saltalamacchia.
Just inside. And a full count now to Matt Joyce. Fouled off to the left, out of play. 93 on the fastball that time from Lester. Joyce coming to the Rays from the Detroit Tigers. The Edwin Jackson deal a few years back. It's Joyce now. Sean Rodriguez waiting on deck. Rays batting here in the second inning. Joyce will line one into left field, a base hit. Gonna get jammed, but he gets it out to left, and first base hit, first base runner of the game for Tampa Bay.
Pretty tough at bat there by Matt Joyce. Finally gets the cut fastball from John Lester and is able to take it into left field for the base hit. Joyce had only been 0 for 1 in his career against Lester prior to that at bat. Picks up the base hit and a long at bat.
1 out, 1 on for Sean Rodriguez, second baseman for the Rays tonight. He moves all over infield. We saw him make a couple starts at third base in the series in Tampa Bay. Line caught by Youkilis, going to try to make it 2, but it's not in time. Had to go across the diamond a long way, and Matt Joyce dives back safely. Youkilis making the grab on the liner to third base, 2 down.
Now great reactions by Youkilis down at third base, first to catch the line drive, which was hit very hard. Watch him go to his left and then very quickly get rid of the ball, trying to get the double play, but Joyce gets back in time.
So 2 down, runner at first, and former Red Sox infielder outfielder Drew Sutton stands in on the right side. New name here for the Rays. Yes, he has bounced around pretty good over the last few years. Sutton has appeared in 86 games over parts of 3 years in the majors. Cincinnati, Cleveland, and of course last year with Boston. Spending time in all 4 infield positions as well as left field and right field. 4 for 8 so far with the Rays. Sutton 29 years of age. He was acquired on Monday from the Pittsburgh Pirates in exchange for a player to be named later, or cash. He had already been traded this year from Atlanta to Pittsburgh. And his numbers in 31 games with the Red Sox last season. Outside 3-0. Lester going to work on the landing area on the mound. Chris Jimenez waiting on deck, 2 outs here in the second inning. Ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk to Drew Sutton. First walk given up by Lester. 2 on here for the Rays. Well, join us for some matinee baseball tomorrow live from Hadlock Field in Portland and see the Stars of tomorrow play today. Reynaldo Rodriguez is tied for second in the Eastern League with 10 home runs, and Juan Carlos Linares is the Sea Dogs' leading hitter. He has a .312 batting average. Eric Fried and Ken Ryan will call the action from Hadlock Field. as the Sea Dogs host the New Britain Rockcats beginning tomorrow afternoon at 1.
That's perfect. A 1 o'clock start in Portland and then a 7:15 start here at Fenway.
2 down in the second inning. 2 on for Chris Jimenez, .213 hitter. In there for strike 1. Jimenez and Jose Molina doing the catching for the Rays this year. Joyce at second, Sutton at first, 2 down. Chop to third. Euclid backs up. He goes to second for the force out there that will end the inning. We played an inning and a half from the Fens. Red Sox have a 1-0 lead. Turn to save. CBS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston Children's Hospital towards their $25,000 donation this season. Last half of the second inning back at Fenway Park. Bottom third of the Red Sox order. Daniel Nava, Marlon Byrd, and Scott Podsednik. Alex Cobb giving up a run in the first. Nava's contributions have been great since coming up from the Pawtucket Red Sox. A .350 average, 2 homers, 11 runs batted in. A 1-0 pitch is in there for strike 1, 1-1. The pop up down the left field line, racing is Joyce and Sutton, and that'll stay foul. Well, on Wednesday, Daniel Nava getting his second home run in this stint in the major leagues. Part of a Red Sox win on Wednesday, and Boston taking 2 out of 3 from the Orioles. But Nava, of course, had the grand slam, the first pitch he ever saw in the major leagues back in 2010 to not playing the majors in 2011 and has really contributed this time. He is up with the Red Sox and got his second home run of the year. He has now started in left field each of the last 15 games since he was added to the Red Sox roster on May 10th. The 1-2. In the dirt, gliding to his right is Jimenez to knock it down. 2-2.
I believe that's the first curveball that Cobb's thrown in the game. It's basically been fastball changeup. This time he tries the curveball here to Daniel Nava, and Nava taking it for the ball.
Nava grounds it foul. Jerry, would you agree that Nava's defense appears to be better this time around than when we saw him in 2010?
Yeah, I'm thinking we're getting a bigger taste of him too. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're seeing more of him out there, and I think, yeah, he has improved defensively since the first time we saw him with the Red Sox. A whole year again in AAA last year. I'm sure that's part of the game that he worked on and improved.
2-2 pitch will miss, full count. Cobb trying to get a feel for that breaking ball. Already his third 3-ball count of the night. There's Marlon Byrd waiting on deck. In the air to right field. Ben Zobrist in and over. Puts it away for out number 1 of the second inning as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Don, Tampa Bay Rays manager Joe Maddon's unique leadership style often inspires never-before-seen things in the majors, like theme-related dress codes for road trips. This week's theme, bow ties.
It's a team-building kind of a thing, and it's also a little bit of risk-taking where you feel entirely uncomfortable dressing in a manner you're not accustomed to. So I thought there was a lot of really good lessons to be learned by doing this, and probably the final point is, and always shall be, you don't have to spend $2,000 or $3,000 to dress up for your buddies.
The Rays donated $3,000. It was $100 per bow tie to various charities. Don, I hear we have some photo evidence of this.
Outstanding. I hope we do. They usually take a team picture once they've got it all together. They get ready to take off for their trip as this pitch will miss to Byrd. First Joe, who looks fabulous. The yellow bow tie and the team itself. But the guy that really stands out is Dave Wills, their radio guy in the front right there, Jerry, with a big yellow bow tie.
Looks like a clown.
The 1-1 will miss. I mean, and this is a pretty good look, too. Elliott Johnson, David Price, who has not yet tied his, is going for the untied look, and Matt Moore, who is also looking sharp. 2-1 is grounded foul.
What did they have? One skinny jeans
trip. They had cowboy trip, hockey jerseys.
Hockey jersey trip.
Yes. There was also the checkered coats trip that they took. Whatever it is, it works, because this Rays team has been by Joe Maddon, a team that was at the bottom of the division for so long, and Joe came in and had to change the mindset from the top to bottom, and did that in a hurry, made the Rays believe they could be winners, and they have been terrific ever since. As down to first goes Byrd. He will get the second walk given up by Cobb of the night. How would you like to pay, or how much would you like to pay for the ultimate refreshment? How about just 89 cents? It's all it costs for any size frozen or fountain beverage at the Cumberland Farms Chill Zone. Hurry in today and mix up yours. You don't have a choice as to how much you have to pay. It's
89 cents. Can't drop a nickel in there and hope to get away with one.
You don't get to choose. As this is Scott Podsednik.
Usually that's the way business runs.
Yes. Scott is 2 for 4 with his new team, the Red Sox. Includes a home run that he hit in Baltimore. Rattle foul off to the left hand. It's 0-2. Part of this ever-changing Red Sox roster.
That's a good way to start off the homestand. Two-handed catch, which I always like to see.
On the ground left side, deep short. Johnson will go to second for one. That's all they get as Rodriguez gets out of the way of Marlon Byrd, who's crashing hard there at second base, and too much speed for Posednik, who reaches at first base with 2 down.
Yeah, Posednik's got that kind of speed where if he makes a shortstop go to his right, they're probably not going to double him up. They go for the 1 out, no throw to first base. Here comes Byrd in there to try to break up the double play, but there was not going to be one anyway.
So 2 down, Posednik at first base, and here's Mike Aviles. Reached on an error in the first inning, stole a base, and has scored the game's only run. Quick check on Posednik at first base. He is part of all the new faces that we have seen in 2012 so far. The Red Sox have had 39 different players appear in a game this year, tied for the most in the majors with the Padres. Fly ball out to center field. B.J. Upton has it sized up and puts it away to end the second inning. We're through 2 from Fenway. 1-0 Red Sox. Third inning back from Fenway Park. Red Sox have a 1-0 advantage as John Lester pours in strike number 1 to Elliott Johnson, shortstop for the Rays, number 9 man. Ball and a strike to Elliott Johnson, who totes a .276 batting average, 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. Turns on this and sends it foul out of Fenway Park. Elliott Johnson, a 28-year-old switch hitter. 3rd time he's been on an opening day roster. He in the dirt, and it's 2-2 to Johnson. He's now appeared in 25 of the last 26 games, and largely because of the absence of Evan Longoria, who remains on the DL for the Rays. So on the ground softly to Aviles at shortstop. He'll throw it in plenty of time to get Johnson for the first out of the 3rd inning. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Tradition, history, and a commitment to everyone on our team. These are just a few of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out more at easternbank.com. It's turned out to be a beautiful night in Boston. 1 out here in the 3rd inning for Carlos Pena.
Sure makes it nice to come home when you have weather like this to start off a homestand. This is beautiful.
Pena grounded out to first base in the first inning as he looks at ball one. Again tonight, Pena leading off, largely because of his production against John Lester, 5 home runs. That'll bounce in, 2-0. Entered this month hitting at 286. Is now hitting at 216 as that average has plummeted. 141 batting average this month as a whole. That's a strike, and it's 2-1. This is the third different player in the past year that Joe Maddon has moved to the leadoff spot following a slump. Evan Longoria and Matt Joyce, who were slumping, he moved him to the leadoff spot each of the previous 2 years, and this is now the third game in a row that Pena has led off. To say that Joe Maddon thinks outside the box is probably an understatement. As Lester wanted this.
Yeah, he thought he had a strike on this at the bottom of the strike zone, and he did.
(3-1) is ball 4, and down to first base goes Pena. So 1 out, 1 on. Upton flied out to center field in the first inning. Upton started the night at an even 300 batting average. Inside, 2-0 now to Upton. '40th pitch will be lined into right center field. More bloop than lined, and it drops into right center. Heading for third base is Carlos Pena, and it's first and third with 1 out.
Upton now extends the hitting streak to 8 games with that bloop over Dustin Pedroia's head. They want the fastball away. It comes inside, and an inside-out swing by B.J. Upton just drops a bloop between Pedroia and Marlon Byrd out there in right field. Good base running by Pena. He knew that ball was going to drop in, so he makes third base.
Red Sox infield a double play depth as they hold on B.J. Upton at first base. First and third, 1 out. And here's Luke Scott. In there for strike 1 to Scott. Starts him with the curveball.
B.J. Upton over at first base, 10 steals on the season, and he's only been caught 1 time.
Pena at third, Upton at first, 1 down. A ball and a strike to Luke Scott.
Matter of fact, the Rays are second in the American League in stolen bases behind the Oakland Athletics.
Scott will foul it off. He's down 1-2. We're here at Fenway Park in Boston. Don Orsillo, Jerry Remy, and Jenny Dell bringing you Boston Red Sox baseball in high definition and in Dolby Digital 5.1 surround sound on Nessun. Coordinating producer of Red Sox baseball is Russ Kent. Senior coordinating director Michael Narachi. The associate producer is Jim White. And our production assistant is Mark Marlaka. It's a 1-0 Red Sox lead as we play game one of a 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Rays. Rays are threatening here in the top of the third. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Luke Scott. And a very defensive swing as he protects the plate, fouls it off. If you're thinking about double plays, Luke Scott has grounded into 7 on the year. Meanwhile, Lester has induced 10 so far on the season. Swing and a miss. A strikeout will work as he picks up his 3rd K of the night. 2 down.
Luke Scott has not looked very comfortable so far against John Lester. There's the fastball down and away. And Scott chasing it. Not a strike, but second time he has struck out tonight against John Lester.
Scott is now 0 for 10 with 5 strikeouts in his career against Lester. So it's not just tonight. It's in general. Two down, 2 on, and Ben Zobrist will give it a try. Zobrist, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. He went looking. There's a strike, 1-1. Two down, 1st and 3rd in this Rays 3rd inning. Red Sox holding on to a 1-0 advantage. Two and 1. Pena walked. He's now at 3rd base. Upton singled. He's at 1st. Lester trying to work his way around this situation in the 3rd inning. In the dirt as Saltalamacchia to his left, and it's now 3-1 to Ben Zobrist. Matt Choice on deck. '50th pitch of the night for the left-hander. And it'll just miss and load the bases. Lester wanted that. Instead, it's his 3rd free pass of the night.
Well, that's about 3 pitches in this game that Lester felt that he had strikes that have not been called. That one not missing at all by very much. So right now, John Lester not very happy with Carlson, the home plate umpire.
So bases loaded, 2 down. Matt Joyce standing in. Lefty-lefty matchup. Joyce got the better of it first time around as he singled to left field in the 2nd inning. Ball 1. Two for 4 this season is Matt Joyce in this category. Also has a grand slam this year, his 3rd of his career. Bases filled with Rays, 2 down. That'll miss, and it's 2-0. That appeared to be a pretty good pitch. maybe low. "25 pitches this inning, 14 balls. 2-0 is a swing and a foul tip, 2-1.
Lester back to the fastball on the 2-0 count. Gets the foul tip out of the glove of Saltalamacchia.
Ball 3, 3-1, and no place to put Matt Joyce. Already John Lester's 5th 3-ball count of the night. His 55th pitch is coming up. Joyce hits a high fly ball to deep right field. Bird going back on the warning track at the wall. It's gone. Grand slam for Matt Joyce. And the Tampa Bay Rays take a 4-1 lead with one swing of the bat. Ball ends up in the bullpen, and for Joyce, his 9th home run of the year. Rays on top 4-1.
Well, as a left-handed hitter, that's exactly what you want to get yourself in that 3-1 count where you know you're going to get a fastball, and especially with the bases loaded. Matt Joyce, the first time up, going to left field, this time going to the bullpen.
Swing and a miss for Sean Rodriguez. That is the 53rd home run for Joyce of his career, but only 5 have come off left-handed pitching. So unfortunately, Lester ends up in that category. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. May have gone, he did. They ring him up, but the complexion of this game has changed in a hurry. The Rays get 4 runs on the grand slam by Matt Joyce. 4-1 Tampa Bay. has put the Tampa Bay Rays on top 4-1 as the Red Sox come to bat here, trying to answer in the bottom of the third inning. Dustin Pedroia takes ball one. Curveball from Alex Cobb right out of the gate here in the third. Pedroia fouled out to the catcher Chris Jimenez in the first inning. In the dirt, and it is 2-1. Cobb so far has only given up one hit. That was to Euclid in the first inning. The run that he allowed in the first is unearned. They're committed at third base by Drew Sutton. Pedroia will go to Sutton at third. This time his throw is off the mark, but able to keep the foot on the bag is Pena. And there's one out in the third inning. For over 100 years, Gulf Oil and the Boston Red Sox have been proud to be a part of American history. Moving forward, Gulf is thrilled to serve as the official electricity supplier to Fenway Park as it celebrates its 100th birthday. From one legend to another, congratulations. One out here in the third inning for David Ortiz, who received one of two walks served up by Alex Cobb tonight. '50th pitch of the night coming up for Cobb. And it's ball one. They stack it up on the right side of the shift for the Rays. Joe lining up his defense. 2-1 to David Ortiz. Ortiz, then Gonzalez here in the last half of the third inning. Ball three. Trying to set a target for Big Papi. This one is headed up foul and out of play. Well, the hottest seats in New England are at boston.com/tickets, powered by Ace Ticket. Read boston.com's outstanding sports coverage and find game times and buy tickets as you follow your favorite teams. Your seats await at boston.com/tickets. Full count to Big Papi, one out here in the third inning. Ortiz into the shift, and it's caught in the air by Sean Rodriguez in short right field, two down.
Well, that has become a habit for David Ortiz over the last few games. Remember the two-line drives that were caught in the Baltimore series with the second baseman playing deep. Another line drive, a sinking line drive that time. Rodriguez, who is not quite as deep as the Baltimore second baseman, still makes the catch with the shift on for the second out of the inning. That shift right now is killing David Ortiz.
Two down in the third inning for Adrian Gonzalez. They keep the shift in the same spot, and Adrian takes strike one. Lined out to the left fielder Matt Joyce, taking it the other way in the first inning. Adrian with a home run on last Friday night at Philadelphia. This is chopped by the mound. It's a third baseman, Sutton, behind second. His throw is picked out by Pena, but Cobb has a 1-2-3 third inning. Rays have a 4-1 lead. Top of the fourth inning back at Fenway Park, 4-1 Tampa Bay on top as they come to bat. Here in the fourth inning, Drew Sutton, Chris Jimenez, and Elliott Johnson. There's a foul ball, 1-1. Sutton was able to draw a walk in the second inning, one of 3 walks charged to Lester so far. 2 of those walks coming in the third inning. It's setting up the grand slam by Matt Joyce. 1-2. Incidentally, that is only the second grand slam allowed by John Lester in his career. The first, Paul Konerko in a grand slam against him. White Sox first baseman. Sutton will line this into center field for a base hit. Lead runner on for the Tampa Bay Rays in the fourth inning.
Now Sutton's been on base twice tonight. A walk back in the second inning. And now gets the cut fastball down and in from Lester. It gets to some of the plate inside, and Sutton with the line drive up the middle.
He has been on base 7 of 11 at bats in a Tampa Bay Rays uniform. On to begin things in the fourth inning as Chris Jimenez grounded into a fielder's choice in the second inning. In the dirt, Saltalamacchia able to knock it down. It's a ball and a strike. Jimenez, a 29-year-old, in his 4th big league season after stints with the Cleveland Indians in 2009, 2010, and then with the Seattle Mariners last year. Shows bunt and offers at it. Down 1-2.
Don't believe that was a sacrifice attempt. It looked like trying to bunt for a base hit and bunt it down the third base line. Looked to be an off-speed pitch, a changeup that time from Lester that kind of threw off the timing of Jimenez.
He's had only 3 career sacrifices. So he waits on a 1-2. Fouled off to the right, and we'll do it again, 1-2. Well, it's time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. Question is, who is the all-time Major League leader in games played? We'll have the answer for you a little bit later. It was on this date in 1981 when Carl Yastrzemski played in his 3,000th career game. 1-2. Jimenez lays off, and it's ball 2. On the ground, foul outside of third, and it hangs at 2-2 to Jimenez. Lester having to throw a lot of pitches. Has not got an out yet in the 4th inning, and is 68 pitches deep into his outing. That's after throwing only 8 pitches in the 1st inning. Most he has thrown in any game this season, 122. He's at Chicago back on the 28th of April. On the ground towards third base. Youkilis will go to second. They get the force out there. On to first, not in time. So Sutton retired 5-4 on the force out at second. Well, tomorrow is another edition of Small Talk. Don't know what Small Talk is? Here's a look.
They've faced the Boston media.
We want to win more than anyone here.
But are they ready for an even tougher line of questioning? Red Sox Small Talk.
Red Sox Small Talk? What's that? Red Sox Small Talk. I'm a really good reporter.
Sundays this season.
Stay tuned. Are you ready?
1 out, 1 on. Elliott Johnson, the batter. Next half inning, we will hear from Darnell McDonald, a sample of Small Talk, as he'll be answering the questions. 1 out, 1 on. Infield a double play depth. Elliott Johnson grounded out to short in the 3rd. That's a strike, and it's 1-1.
Never know when they're working toward the bottom of the lineup like this. They may play a little hit and run, try to get some men in motion, open up a hole in the infield.
In there for strike 2. There is a bit of unpredictability when it comes to Joe Madden. Just when you think you got him figured out, he'll do something different. Dave Martinez has been his bench coach, and his name has been thrown around during the last few off seasons as a possible manager somewhere. 1-2 pitch fouled off. Certainly with the success that Joe Madden has had, you would think a lot of his staff would be looked at as possibilities around the majors. Joe Madden, a cast off really of Mike Scioscia's good coaching staffs over the years. Ron Renicky, the manager of the Milwaukee Brewers, Bud Black of the Padres, others that were on the coaching staff of Mike Scioscia. This is in the air to deep left center field. Back goes Nava and Podsednik, and that is gone into the monster seats. Elliott Johnson, the number 9 man, hits his 3rd home run of the year and gives Tampa Bay a 6-1 lead. 2nd home run of the night for the Rays.
Elliott Johnson gets a curveball that stayed about just above the knees. And picks up home run number 3. There's the breaking ball. It really didn't do exactly what Lester wanted it to do. And stayed about knee high and up into the monster seats for Elliott Johnson.
So that clears the bases and takes us to the top of the order for Carlos Pena. Pena pops it up foul, backing out of play. Last 3 starts, Lester had only given up 1 home run. He gives up 2 tonight. And now 6 on the season. Tonight he makes his 10th start of the year. Pena sends one high and deep to right, back towards the corner. Marlon Byrd in the corner, leaps and cannot make the catch. It's into the seats. It's a home run. Looked like he had to battle a fan there down the right field line, and Carlos Pena hits his 6th home run of his career off Lester and gives Tampa Bay a 7-1 lead.
That really is incredible. Carlos Pena with 6 career home runs, as you mentioned, Don, off John Lester. And again, it was the curveball from Lester. That one was even higher. That was about belt high from Lester and into the probably 2nd row of seats.
Marlon Byrd looked like he felt like he had a chance. As Upton with a swing and a miss.
One more look at the attempt at the catch here of Marlon Byrd, but when you're going in the stands, it's anybody's ball game. No fan reached over right there.
Inside for ball 1-1. Back-to-back home runs for the Rays. Action instantly for the Red Sox. Scott Atchison is first up. So the Rays have come in and quieted this Fenway crowd here in the 4th inning. First the grand slam in the 3rd. Now a 2-run home run and a solo shot. 3 home runs later, the Rays have a 7-1 lead. This is a jam shot and a little pop up in behind second. The shortstop Aviles makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, you think about the pitches for the home run. It was a 3-1 fastball that Joyce got for the home run. As we look at it right here, 3-1 fastball down the middle of the plate. Then you got the breaking ball that stays about knee high, and you got a breaking ball that stays belt high and inside. The Amica Pit Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance. It's not just how you cover it, it's how you treat it.
On the ground right side, Pedroia will field and throw and end the 4th inning, but it's a tough inning for John Lester. Big inning for the Rays. They go back to back and take a 7-1 lead. Kevin Youkilis and the Red Sox have work to do as they come to bat here in the bottom of the fourth inning. It is 7-1 Tampa Bay on top of the Red Sox, and Youkilis, Saltalamacchia, and Nava face Alex Cobb. 60th pitch is driven to center. B.J. Upton is there to make the catch for the first out of the fourth inning. Let's send it down to Jenny Dell.
Don Scott Putsednik was hitting .203 for Lehigh Valley, which is the Phillies' AAA affiliate, before the Red Sox picked him up on May 11th. The accomplished 36-year-old talked about being part of the Red Sox organization.
It felt good. I worked extremely hard this past winter to get myself into shape to try to get back to the big league. So to get my first start with an organization like the Boston Red Sox and go in and contribute felt special.
Putsednik is the 39th player to play in a game this season for the Red Sox, which is tied for the most in the majors with the Padres. Don, it took only 5 plate appearances for Putsednik to make an impact. He hit the game-winning home run on Wednesday in Baltimore.
Well, Jenny, thank you very much. We talked to him after the game, and Jerry, he said he was just glad to be able to get back to this league. He wondered for a little while after not getting back to this league all of last year whether or not he'd have that opportunity, and he made good as the home run and what turned out to be the game winner for the Red Sox in the final game of the series. But it's a bad feeling. You don't know if you're going to get back.
Yeah.
Hoping you can.
Yeah, exactly right, Don. You know, you don't know if it's over or it's not over, if you can get another shot at it. He kept himself in shape to try to get back to the big leagues. He has got back here, and of course made an impact in that ball game the other day for the Red Sox, who desperately need outfielders.
That start on Wednesday was his first start, and not only had the home run but another hit. He was 2 for 3 in that game, and it was his first major league start since September of 2010 with the Dodgers. Red Sox getting Putsednik from the Phillies on May 11th. 2-2. Just inside, full count now to Saltalamacchia.
This is a pretty tight strike zone tonight.
Mark Carlson has the plate tonight for the umpires. And there's ball 4. Down the first goes Saltalamacchia. Third walk given up by Cobb. Well, Dunkin' Donuts is proud to give back at every Red Sox home game. Dunkin' Donuts, a nonprofit children's organization, hosts kids that have had the chance to a Red Sox game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Tonight we welcome in the Neighborhood House Charter School in Dorchester, Massachusetts. Dunkin' Donuts committed to the community.
And we'd like to thank them for the coffee delivered to the booth before every game.
One out, one on for Daniel Nava.
I noticed you've given up your cup of coffee this year.
Yeah, and I'm not doing it at night. I can't do it anymore at night. I cut it off. I have my morning. Yeah, the sleep thing. I think so. Anything after 7 o'clock, I don't have the coffee anymore.
You haven't given it up completely.
Oh, no. It's still part of my morning regimen.
Yeah.
Big time. But no, the 8 o'clock coffee thing, I'm not doing.
I kind of look forward to it.
I know you do.
Like
it's a big thing for you. It's part of your game. I did for a long time. First 10 seasons.
Yeah,
I'm sure I did.
I noticed this year it's been you've been blank.
Look out. This is to the backstop, and to second base goes Saltalamacchia. Wild pitch charged to Alex Cobb that has Saltalamacchia in scoring position.
Yeah, Cobb just lets the fastball fly here and up over the head of everybody. Jimenez all the way back to the screen, it looked like, in the backstop.
One-two pitch is outside. 2-2. And now Bird will be next here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Still only one hit given up by Cobb in his outing. It was a single for Youkilis in the first inning. Has walked 3. There was an error committed behind him that led to the unearned run. Does have 71 pitches through 3 1/3. Ready with a 2-2 to Nava. Full count. Tampa Bay 4th in earned run average in the American League behind Texas, the Angels, and the A's. Strike 3 call. Nava strikes out for the second out here of the fourth inning.
I think that pitch just surprised Nava. He got the changeup. And right at the top of the strike zone, the 7th pitch of that bat to Nava. So after a walk, a wild pitch, the strikeout for Cobb on the off-speed pitch.
2 down in the fourth inning. Saltalamacchia at second base, and here's Marlon Byrd, who walked in the second inning. Pitch inside, and Byrd thought he was hit. Started towards first base, but Mark Carlson is not giving him first.
Well, tough to tell from that replay whether he got part of the uniform top.
While we have a moment, Jim Hickey is on the mound. We mentioned Small Talk tomorrow on Sunday. And here's Darnell McDonald, who tomorrow is on Small Talk.
Hi, my name is Cecilia. Have you ever met Ronald McDonald?
I have met Ronald McDonald, and when I met him, he scared me. I was scared. And I remember going to the play park when he was going to be there. I was all excited, and then when I finally got a chance to meet him, I got scared. So I haven't seen him since.
Small Talk is going to be on Sunday as part of the pregame show. And we look forward to that. With 2 down here in the fourth inning, runner at second base, 1-0. There's a strike over the outside corner. Outside ball 2, 2-1. Cobb with 3 walks, 2 Ks. 2 down here in the fourth inning. On the ground up the middle, ranging is Rodriguez. Off balance throw will get there in time. Nice play by Sean Rodriguez to end the fourth inning. Through 4 for Fenway, 7-1 Tampa Bay. by Eastern Bank, listening, guiding, and being there for kids in need. That's what Eastern Bank and Adrian and Betsy Gonzalez are made of, which is why we've teamed up to support youth mentoring programs throughout Massachusetts. To find out more, go to easternbank.com/Adrian. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford Dealers. Scott Atchison into the game here in the 5th inning. His 18th appearance, 1-0. A nifty 1.13 earned run average. Pours in strike one to Ben Zobrist. Zobrist has struck out, walked, and scored. Gets the arms out of the way and takes ball 2. Framed by Saltalamacchia, but it looked like another pretty good pitch. 3-1. In the air, foul down the right field line. It is clear that Mark Carlson's not going to call a low strike.
No.
Tonight's game.
As we mentioned, very, very tight strike zone that really had Lester frustrated earlier in the ball game.
This is grounded foul. Well, John Lester chased after 4 innings. This is the second outing of the year that's under 5 innings. 6 hits, 7 runs, 3 walks, and 4 Ks. Gives up 3 home runs, throws 81 pitches, and the home runs include the grand slam by Matt Joyce. The Rays also went back-to-back with home runs. Elliot Johnson and Carlos Pena in the 4th inning. 3 homers equaling a career high. 3rd time Lester has allowed 3 home runs in a game. Previous 2 times were both last year. Zobrist will take the walk to begin things here in the 5th inning.
Now we talked about, John Lester being frustrated early in the ball game. Couple of close pitches that did not go his way. I mean, where's that pitch? That's got to be a strike. That pitch not called on the outside corner, and Lester, frustrated there. Then a 3-1 pitch, the fastball out over the plate that Matt Joyce hits for the grand slam home run.
Here's a drive out towards left center field. Podsednik on the run will make the running catch onto the warning track. As Zobrist retreats to the bag at first, Podsednik's showing some good speed still out there in center field to make that grab.
Now, one thing Podsednik could always do is run, and he could track down fly balls in center field with the best of them. As he does right there, covers a lot of ground with his speed. Pick up the first out here in the 5th.
1 on, 1 down as Sean Rodriguez 0 for 2. He's lined out to 3rd base and struck out swinging. There's a ground ball possibly for 2. He'll touch second. Will Aviles and fire to first. It is 2. And it ends the top of the 5th. Halfway through this one, 7-1 Tampa Bay. and is brought to you by Eastern Bank. At Eastern Bank, we're made of historic milestones, and now our home team has reached one of its own. Congratulations on this special anniversary from one Boston institution to another. A beautiful night in Boston as the Red Sox not enjoying themselves so far in this nice night in Boston. Red Sox trailing 7-1 as they come to bat in the last half of the 5th inning. Bringing out hit 6-1, and Alex Cobb back on the mound for the Rays, working into the 5th inning. He's thrown 77 pitches through the first 4 innings. Sednick, Aviles, and Pedroia to bat here in the 5th. The lip of the grass at third is Drew Sutton. Cobb deals with a pitch that is up high, ball 1. But Sednick grounded into a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. Again, through the first 4, only 1 base hit for the Red Sox. 2-0.
And again, a meeting, Jimenez going out. They keep reminding Cobb that the fact, he's got this nice 6-run lead right now. Let's go right after these guys, throw strikes. Jim Hickey came out last inning after a couple of pitches that got away from Cobb.
Well, don't miss out on the 100th anniversary season of Fenway Park. The coming weeks are packed with great matchups. Red Sox continue this week's homestand against Detroit, beginning on Monday for 4 games, and then the action continues at Fenway as Red Sox will battle the Orioles June 5th, 6th, and 7th. Get your tickets now for all these great matchups at redsox.com/tickets. It's in there for strike 1, and it is 2-1. 42 strikes, 38 balls for Cobb in his outing. This is going to find its way into center field for a base hit. Second Red Sox hit of the night, but Sednick's got it.
Well, again, just a ton of changeups thrown in this game by Cobb, and that time he left one up in the zone, but Sednick takes it into center field for the base hit. That changeup about belt high, and Sednick now 1 for 2 on the night.
Lead runner on for the Red Sox, second time in the game. They scored the first time, and it was Mike Aviles who reached on an error, came around to score the only Red Sox run back in the 1st inning. There's ball 1 inside. High again, and falling behind again is Cobb. 2-0.
And another meeting on the mound. This time Pena coming out.
Aviles turns on this, hits it high and deep down the left field line, but it is a foul ball. To the left of the pole, certainly had the distance. Well, it's time now for the answer to tonight's AT&T trivia question. Who's the all-time Major League leader in games played? And the answer is Pete Rose. 3,562 career games over 24 seasons with 3 different teams. Carl Yastrzemski, who, as we told you earlier, played in his 3,000th career game of the state in '81. But Sednick goes as the pitch in there for a strike to Aviles. I'm surprised to see the Red Sox running here down by 6 runs.
That's almost a gimme. They're making him concentrate on throwing strikes to home plate, not paying attention to him at first base. So Sednick takes advantage of it to get into scoring position. Not even a throw to second base by Jimenez. Two is hit on the ground to third. Sutton's got it, looks the runner back, and the throw is good.
for the first out of the 5th inning. Finish up on Yaz. 3,000th career game was on the state in '81. Second on the all-time list, 3,308 games in 23 seasons. All those, of course, coming with the Red Sox. A total of 8 players who played in more than 3,000 games. In addition to Rose and Yaz are Hank Aaron, Ricky Henderson, Ty Cobb, Eddie Murray, Stan Musial, and Cal Ripken Jr. Runner at second with 1 out here in the 5th, and it brings up Dustin Pedroia. And Yaz's 3,000th career game, Jerry, you played. It was an 8-7 walk-off win against Cleveland. Carney Lansford with an RBI single in the 9th that scored Yaz.
Yeah, I think I had 4 hits in that game. So I have no idea.
I was going to say, so it was a standout day for you. This is lined and caught by Sutton. He takes a look at second, but no chance. And a nice grab by Sutton. Little lunge. Robs Pedroia of a base hit. 2 down.
Just a rocket by Pedroia down at third base, and Sutton just a little step to his left. Takes a base hit away from Dustin Pedroia.
So 2 down in the inning. But Sednick at second base and David Ortiz the batter. They go into the shift again, and the shift has worked for the Rays. Rob David of a base hit in the 3rd inning as he lined out to Sean Rodriguez in short right field. Told you had 1 hit in that game as it worked out. However, you're a big part of it. You knocked in the tying run in the 8th inning. So
it was a huge hit.
Yes, it was a very big hit, timely.
Very timely hit. And that was Yaz's 3,000th game?
Yes.
Did it for the captain.
Did it for the captain. You told me many times, though, how much you enjoyed that last weekend, the Yaz's career.
Yes, I really did.
It must have been incredible to be a part of.
You know, you felt like you were losing. Well, you were losing a major part of the organization, but it was almost like it was never going to be the same. You know, Yaz had been here for so long and did so many things, and then all of a sudden it's over, you know, and he was kind of in between whether that was the right time or maybe go 1 more year, and he decided that was the time to go, and it was a very emotional weekend here at Fenway Park.
And he gave everybody he played with the gift, yes? Towards the end?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I got a bat. He used different bats every one of his at-bats that weekend, and he gave out some bats to his teammates. Still have that souvenir, as a matter of fact.
Well, 2 down here in the 5th inning. Scott Podsednik at second base. Red Sox trying to dig their way out of a 6-run deficit right now here in the 5th. That's ball 4, and down to first goes Ortiz. Red Sox have 2 base runners with 2 outs.
Second walk of the night for David Ortiz, along with a line out.
Jim Hickey has just got off the phone. We'll see if the Rays get somebody up. 93 pitches for Cobb. And it looks like it may be Jake McGee first up. First and second, 2 down. Adrian Gonzalez is 0 for 2. High fly ball to left field, down the line. Joyce towards the corner, and it's off the wall. Around from second, Podsednik will score. Ortiz is going to stop at third base. And 1 run in for the Red Sox at 7-2 on a wall ball double for Adrian Gonzalez. It looked like Royster was sending Ortiz, but he stopped at third.
Yeah, as that ball was coming back in toward the infield, Royster with a late decision to send Ortiz, but I think David made the right decision by staying at third base. You're still trailing in the game by 5 runs. He's holding him, then he weighs him when he sees the ball get by him, but look how close the left fielder is. He still would have had a great chance to throw him out at home.
Here comes Jim Hickey again. They're going to buy some time for Jake McGee as the Red Sox start to get something going here in the 5th. Pitching line for Cobb is brought to you by Lexus. 4 2/3, 2 hits, a run. It's unearned and came back in the first inning. It's actually 2 runs now as the Red Sox have just picked up their 2nd run. Four walks and 2 Ks. We were just talking about Carl Yastrzemski's last weekend, and here's some shots from that last weekend and last game.
Very emotional time for Carl Yastrzemski, too, as it all comes to an end. And then the run around the field as he went completely around Fenway Park. I wasn't sure he was going to make it.
Really?
But he did.
2nd and 3rd, 2 down. Kevin Youkilis with a chance to do here some more damage in the 5th. Youkilis takes strike 1. On the ground down the third baseline, Sutton with a long throw that gets there in time to end the inning, but the Red Sox get a run back. We're through 5. It's 7-2 Tampa Bay. Coil for Nesson Daily, presented by Sun Life Financial. Globe's Gary Washburn will preview tomorrow's Game 7 showdown between the Celtics and Sixers at the Garden, plus highlights from Game 6 between the Devils and Rangers as New Jersey looks to close out the series at home and advance to the Stanley Cup Final. All this and much more on Nesson Daily tonight after our Red Sox coverage, only on Nesson. Here's a line drive to right field that'll fall in for a base hit. Bird over to play it quickly as Sutton is thinking too. The throw from Bird to second base is not going to be in time. Andrew Sutton has got a double to begin things here in the 6th inning.
Had himself quite a night, a walk, a base hit, now the double. Good hustle by Sutton. Looked like it was just going to be a single, but when he sees how far Bird had to go to make this play and then the bobble, he takes off to second base. There's the bobble, off he goes.
It is a single and an error. So the error charge to Bird on the bobble that allows Sutton to take second base. First miscue of the night for the Red Sox. Lead runner on here for the Rays. Here is Chris Jimenez. Jimenez reaching on a fielder's choice in the second. Same thing in the fourth. Second inning of relief for Scott Atchison. Action for the Rays. J.P. Howell is now up in the pen. Atchison ahead 0-2 of Jimenez. Swing and a miss as the tag from Saltalamacchia. First strikeout for Atchison as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Don, the MLB news and notes are brought to you by Nissan. The Angels' Dan Herron snapped a 4-game losing streak last night with his 6th career shutout that included 14 strikeouts. And Lance Berkman is expected to miss 8 to 10 weeks following knee surgery today. There's no ACL damage that was found and something that would have ended his season. And a daily news report indicated the Yankees may be for sale. But managing general partner Hal Steinbrenner called the report complete fiction and said he expects the Yankees to be in his family for years to come. Don?
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. One out here in the 6th inning. Drew Sutton is at second base. Trey, would you consider buying the Yankees if they were for sale?
No.
There's a soft liner, one hop as Pedroia will throw to Atchison and does a nice job of covering the bag. He caught it on the full run to first base and gets there in time to get Johnson as Sutton takes third, 2 down.
And Gonzalez had come way off that first base bag, so the only option was to Atchison. There you see Pedroia making the play and leading Atchison. Nice throw by Pedroia, giving Atchison a time to catch the ball and find the bag.
So 2 down, Sutton at third base, top of the order, Carlos Pena, the batter.
Nope, I'm much happier working right here in Nesson than owning the Yankees.
Well, I know in your empire that you could certainly afford to buy the Yankees.
Yeah, right.
I just didn't know. I know your hatred for the Yankees goes pretty deep, so it may be tough to change your colors. Pena takes ball 1 outside. Center fielder Podsednik, step or 2 towards right center for Pena to pull. Red Sox stacked up on the right side on the shift for Pena. And it is ball 2 high, 2-0. Pena's had a good night. All of it was against Lester. Grounded out, walked, and hit a home run. Scored 2 runs in the game. First time that he has faced Atchison tonight. (3-0).
And of course, anytime Pena with his power, look out for the green light on the 3-0 count.
B.J. Upton on deck, 2 down here in the top half of the 6th inning. Takes the strike, and it's 3-1. Atchison battles back, full count.
Atchison with the 3-1 cut fastball up to Pena. Pena, a good low ball hitter.
Strike 3 call. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Atchison. It's 7-2. Tampa Bay, 5.5 done. And pumps to institutions and manufacturing facilities across the Northeast. Selection, expertise, solutions. We've got it. Visit fwweb.com. Last of the 6th inning as Jared Saltalamacchia leads it off. New pitcher in for the Rays as J.P. Powell comes into his 16th game, 1-0, 3.14 earned run average, 14 strikeouts. Opponents hitting at .231 against Howell. It's a grounder foul.
And not only does Tampa Bay put the shift on Saltalamacchia when he's hitting from the left side, they also do it when he's hitting from the right side. You don't see a lot of shifts for right-handed hitters.
Why not?
That's a good question that I don't have a good answer for. We used to do it quite often. I remember when Fisk was with the White Sox, we used to put the shift on him, and I always was awkward over there because I wasn't sure I could make the throw from the shortstop side.
Okay, so a long throw for the second baseman.
Very long throw for the second baseman. They're not used to that.
1-2 pitch is low, and it is 2-2. But Sean Rodriguez is a guy that plays on the left side of the infield anyway, shortstop, third baseman. So.
And has a good arm.
Yes. So Joe Madden can do it. In the air down the left field line. That'll get into the seats. Beth Israel Deaconess, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, invites you to join the walking club. Start your own walking program for better health. Need some inspiration? Check out their new music video featuring one of our very own Red Sox stars. Find out which one at bidmc.org/walking. Kirk Badenhop is warming up in the pen as Saltalamacchia takes ball 3. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 6th inning. That is ball 4. Down to first base goes Saltalamacchia. Second time he has walked. Well, Sunday at noon, join Jenny Dell for the Ultimate Red Sox Show presented by Cumberland Farms. This week's Top 9 Countdown includes a look back at the run to home base, conversation with Carl Crawford, and MLB's plays of the week and more. Catch it all Sunday at noon on the Ultimate Red Sox Show presented by Cumberland Farms.
And nice to have Jenny back with us after the 3 days off in Baltimore, and Jim White. So the whole team is back together.
The band is back together, Joe.
Yes.
Saltalamacchi at first base, and Daniel Nava, the batter. He's 0 for 2. He's flied to right and struck out looking. So Alex Cobb went the first 5 innings tonight for the Rays. He gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. He walked 4 and struck out 2. Pitcher of record right now for Tampa Bay, as he came in with a 1-0 record, a 2.57 earned run average. And his offense supplying him 7 runs. Two and 1 to Nava. Outside 3-1. It has been 7 days in between outings for J.P. Howell. Last worked on the 18th of May against Atlanta, went an inning giving up a run.
And it looks that way right now, walking the first batter he faced and falling behind here. Nava, 3 balls and 1 strike.
7 balls, 4 strikes so far for Howell, as you saw Jim Hickey on the phone checking on Badenhop in the pen. That's ball 4, and it's back-to-back walks. So the Red Sox have something going here in the 6th inning thanks to J.P. Howell. And Joe Madden makes his way out. He's going to make the change. So Howell faces 2 batters, walks them both. Burke Badenhop coming in, 7-2 Rays. One nothing when Matt Joyce hit a grand slam in the 3rd inning into the bullpen. Give the Rays a 4-1 lead. Then a 2-run shot in the very next inning for Elliott Johnson. Gave him a 6-1 lead, and the Rays would go back-to-back in the 4th inning. Carlos Pena takes Lester out of the yard. 6th career home run for Pena against Lester, and just out of the reach of Marlon Byrd down the right field line. Here is Byrd, who shows bunt but takes a strike. Burke Badenhop into the game for the Rays, 23rd appearance, 0-1 with 4.29 earned run average. Opponent's hitting at 235 against Badenhop. J.P. Howell faced two batters, walked them both. Responsible for Saltalamacchia at second. Knob at first. This will get to the right side into right field. A base hit. Saltalamacchia being sent around. No throw. And the Red Sox pick up their third run of the game. Marlon Byrd able to drive in a run. So one of the walks turns into a run already.
Yeah, Red Sox trying to take advantage of the wildness of J.P. Howell, and Byrd does. Not exactly crushed, but good positioning. Inside out swing. Gets it right around that second base area. Gets through the hole. And the Red Sox pick up a run. And Saltalamacchia scores.
Two on, nobody out. And Scott Podsednik coming up here for the Red Sox. Reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning. Singled, stole a base, and scored in the fifth. Here he is in the sixth inning. Drops the bunt down the first baseline. It'll kick foul. Had to do a little dance to get away from the ball as he was running down the line.
Trying to go down that first base line, and you can see the ball quickly going into foul territory. The one thing Podsednik did not want to do is hit that baseball in fair territory. I doubt that the sacrifice was put on right there, and I think that may be the conversation between Royster and Podsednik. Podsednik, of course, new to the Red Sox, new to their signs.
Squaring again as the pitch misses outside. 1-1. Jake McGee back up for Tampa Bay. Been up earlier. Rays getting into their pen here in the sixth inning. After 5 from their starter, Alex Cobb. Podsednik again showing bunt pulls back and takes ball 2.
Well, Bobby Valentine right now trying to get 2 men in scoring position and at least make this a 7-5 ball game with a base hit.
Gets it down. And it's a fair ball. Little double pump, but Jimenez gets it to first base. So the sacrifice. And runners move to second and third. One down. Top of the order coming up.
Right on the third base line. This time picked up by the catcher. He looks to third. We can see the third baseman heading back toward the bag. Decides not to make the throw there, which was a wise decision, and gets the out at first base. Drew Sutton, the third baseman, had come in and then was on his way back, and that's kind of a tough throw to make to a guy that's running back toward the bag. That ball may go foul too if he lets it go, but take the out.
Second and third, one out. Mike Aviles the batter. And Aviles sends one out towards center field, but B.J. Upton is there. He will make the catch as tagging at third is Nava. He'll score the fourth Red Sox run of the night. And the Red Sox cutting into this Rays lead. It's now 7-4. Sac fly for Mike Aviles.
Yeah, Valentine trying to get a couple in this inning and make this a close ball game for the last 3 innings of this game.
So 2 down, and Byrd at second base as Dustin Pedroia introduced. He is 0 for 3 in the game. He's fouled out, grounded out, lined out. Rob last time on a line out to the third baseman, Drew Sutton. So the runs that have scored in the inning charged to J.P. Howell, who did not record an out. He walked 2 and both turned into runs. He in the dirt, 2-0. Howell walked Saltalamacchia and Nava, and they both score. Look out, Pedroia hit in the back or side.
Now that's the last thing Badenhop wants to do here with the Red Sox making a run at him. Out comes Joe Madden.
He will make another change. 7-4 Tampa Bay. In comes Jake McGee.
Three doors down, Gretchen Wilson. One stage, one night. This gang of outlaws perform live at the MGM Grand Theater at Foxwoods Resort Casino Sunday, May 27th. For tickets to this one-night-only show, visit foxwoods.com. Gang of Outlaws, only at Foxwoods, the official resort casino of the Boston Red Sox.
Burke Badenhop done after 2/3 of an inning, responsible for the 2 men on as he turns things over to Jake McGee. His 20th appearance, 1-1 with a 1.84 earned run average. McGee with 20 strikeouts and sitting at 204 against him. Has allowed only 1 run in his last 16 appearances, spanning 13 1/3 innings. David Ortiz, who all of a sudden represents the tying run, takes strike 1. David has walked twice in the game and lined out to second base. Ortiz 0 for 1 against 25-year-old Jake McGee. Bird at second, Pedroia at first. Here's an 0-1. Ortiz tardy on that cut. 97 on the fastball, and it's 0-2.
97 and nasty away from David Ortiz. Very late swing.
Ball 1-2. Two runs in here for the Red Sox in the 6th inning after they got a run in the 5th. Rays had a 7-1 lead at one point in this game. It's now 7-4. Ball 2. Too much time as David backs out. He taking a long time in between pitches. Ortiz to right. Zobrist has it sized up as it'll stay in the yard. He makes the catch shy of the track out there in right field to end the inning. The Red Sox get 2 back. It's 7-4 Tampa Bay. The end of 6. Seven to 4 Tampa Bay on top of the Red Sox. We head to the top half of the 7th inning. More Scott Atchison, his 3rd inning of relief. And a foul off to the right. That'll bounce in. 1-2 now to B.J. Upton, who singled back in the 3rd inning. A 1-for-3 game tonight. It's Upton, Scott, and Zobrist in the 7th inning. Ground ball up the middle, diving as Aviles gets up, and the throw will be late. Too much speed for B.J. Upton, who reaches. It's time for a game break, and Tom Caron, TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Here it is, 7-4 Tampa Bay on top of the Red Sox. Lead runner on and B.J. Upton to start the 7th inning. And Luke Scott coming up.
As I mentioned earlier in the ballgame, Upton with 10 steals, caught 1 time. He'll get some attention from Atchison.
Pitch is outside, and it's 1-0. The Orioles, we just got an update from Tom Caron. They had an 11,000 walk-up tonight of fans, so the fans are starting to pay attention to the Orioles.
Weekend,
yes.
Fans coming out.
That'll miss, ball 2, 2-0. Former Oriole Matt Albert is about to start to warm up. Lengthy wait for Scott Atchison in between his 2nd and 3rd innings of relief, a 25-minute wait. Fall behind here, 2-0. Runner goes. Scott hits a liner to left. Nava froze at first. Comes on to make the catch. Could make it 2. Throw to first and safe. B.J. Upton just gets back. Throw is offline.
Yeah, they had Upton with a good throw, but the throw's going to be to the right field side of first base. You can see the eyes light up for Nava as he makes that catch. Gonzalez going back with a tag, but Upton apparently just gets the foot in there. Yeah, good call.
Fourth time Atchison has pitched 2 or more innings on the season as he deals with strike 1 to Ben Zobrist. Zobrist struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd, and in the 5th. Pitch out, nothing doing. Albert is no longer alone. He's been joined by Andrew Miller in the pen. This one fouled off. Coming up immediately following the game, stay with us for WB Mason's Red Sox Extra Innings Live with TC, Peter, and Jenny. We'll get a breakdown of John Lester's start tonight, and here's post-game comments. Plus, manager Bobby Valentine will offer his thoughts on the series opener from Fenway's interview room. It's all coming up after the game, only on NESN. Reports on Cody Ross a little bit better, as Cody feels that he is feeling better, and it may not be as long as first thought. So bounce in, and it is 2-2.
Yeah, still wearing that boot to stabilize the foot. Help the healing process.
Throw to first, and back is Upton again. Upton takes off this time, pitches a ball, and Upton will be safe. Looked like the throw beat him, but the ball comes out of the glove of Mike Aviles. Stolen base for B.J. Upton.
That was a heck of a throw by Saltalamacchia. At first it looked like the ball didn't even touch the glove of Aviles. Let's see. Yeah, he tried to pick it on a very, very short hop, and he just can't hold on to it. If he could, Upton would have been out.
20th career steal for Upton against the Red Sox in scoring position with one out. 3-2 is popped up left side. Aviles makes the catch for the second out of the 7th inning. So Zobrist retired, 2 down. Hitting the road, take the Red Sox with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Red Sox out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit RedSox.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere.
I think they're going to walk Joyce here intentionally with first base open, take their chances with Rodriguez.
Well, Matt Joyce has already made his presence felt in this game. He hit a grand slam in the 3rd inning to get the Rays on the board. They trailed 1-0 until this happened. Rays would go on to get the 2-run shot from Elliott Johnson, a solo shot by Pena. Tampa Bay went back-to-back in the 4th. And the intentional walk is complete. Down to first goes Joyce. Second time Atchison has thrown 40 or more pitches in a game. His season high is 48. That was in a 4-inning outing against Texas. So 2 down, runners at first and second, and Sean Rodriguez 0 for 3 in the game. At first, Atchison going to work on his right cleat. Ball 1. Swinging a foul tip, 1-1. Tonight, John Lester goes the first 4 innings for the Red Sox, 6 hits. He's charged with all 7 runs the Rays have. He walked 3. Struck out 4. So 81 pitches. Grounder back to Atchison. Spears it. Flips to first for the out that ends the inning. 7th inning stretch from Fenway Park. The Red Sox trail 7-4 to the Rays. Let's check in with your need to know with NESN Daily presented by Sun Life Financial. Here's Jamison Coyle. Check out what else we're made of at easternbank.com. Last half of the 7th inning back at Fenway Park, 7-4, Tampa Bay on top as Adrian Gonzalez leads it off here in the home half of the 7th inning. More Jake McGee and more fastballs. That's at 95. We got the final out of the 6th inning. Got David Ortiz to fly out to right field. Late, it's 0-2. 95 again on the fastball. Adrian is 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled his last time up.
Got to pay attention behind that screen there. They get. Jake McGee throwing hard. 96, 97 with that fastball.
No 2 is outside. 1-2. Gonzalez, Euclid, and Saltalamacchia expected to bat in the inning. On the ground right side, Sean Rodriguez on to first for the first out in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll see 2 great games this season with the 2012 double play packs. Create your own unique double play packs by pairing a game in early June with a day with the Yankees or an exciting summer weekend date. Get your double play packs tickets at redsox.com/double play. 1 out in the 7th inning for Kevin Euclid. 1 for 3 night. Had an RBI single back in the 1st inning. There is further action for the Rays. Joel Peralta warming up in the pen. They've already used J.P. Howell and Burke Badenhop. And now Jake McGee in relief of Alex Cobb with the first 5 innings. That's a strike. 1-1. Foul tipped. 1-2. Still 1-2, and McGee still throwing hard. Again, McGee's given up only 1 run in his last 16 appearances. That's now over 14 1/3 innings. During that stretch, he has struck out 19 batters and walked only 3. Chop foul, still 1-2. He's 25 years old. 2nd year has been on the opening day roster. Parts of 3 seasons in the majors. Another foul off to the right. Euclid's battle continues. Fastball after fastball poured in by Jake McGee. Saltalamacchia on deck, one down. Two and two. Another foul. Still 2 and 2.
Mixing in the changeup every now and then. Had Youkilis out in front that time after a number of 97-mile-an-hour fastballs. He goes to the changeup. Youkilis still making contact, long at bat.
10th pitch of the at bat is coming up. You'll see pitch 11. '98 and fouled back, 2 and 2. Red Sox at one point in this game trailing 7-1, but come back with a run in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and are back within 3. Youkilis about to see the 12th pitch of his at bat. He's fouled off 8 of the 11 pitches so far. Ball 3. Youkilis will foul off another. Popped up, short right. Out goes Peña Rodriguez. It's Rodriguez, the second baseman, who makes the catch, and in the end, McGee wins the battle. What a battle it was, 2 down.
Well, it was a lot of pitches. Youkilis throwing that at bat, a lot of foul balls, and finally McGee wins the battle with the pop up to Sean Rodriguez. And Youkilis frustrated after that good tough at bat.
14 pitch at bat. And in the end is a pop out to the second baseman, 2 down. It was the second longest at bat by a Red Sox batter this season. Adrian Gonzalez had a 15 pitch at bat earlier this year. So 2 outs in the 7th inning for Saltalamacchia. Jared struck out in the 1st inning, walked in the 4th, walked in the 6th inning. Lined and caught by Rodriguez to end the 7th inning. Played 7 full now from Fenway. The Rays have a 7-4 lead. 8th. I want to remind you, Sunday afternoon after Red Sox first pitch, stay with us for Red Sox Game Day Live presented by Uno's with TC, Jim, and Jenny at 1 o'clock. On New Hampshire Day at Fenway, the Red Sox will honor Carlton Fisk, plus a new edition of Small Talk, where the kids ask the questions. This week, Darnell McDonald is on the hot seat. Our live coverage begins at 12:30 on Sunday, live from Yawkey Way, only on NESN. New pitcher in for the Red Sox is Matt Albers. 18th appearance of the year, no record. 2.25 earned run average. 13 strikeouts in 20 innings, and opponents hitting at 200 against him. Drew Sutton leads it off and hits a fly ball to right. Bird coming in to make the catch. He's sinking fast, but Bird makes the grab for the first out of the 8th inning.
First time they've been able to get Sutton in this ball game tonight. A walk and a couple of base hits prior to that line out.
So 1 down in the 8th, and it brings up Chris Jimenez. Reached on a pair of fielder choices in the 2nd and 4th, and then struck out in the 6th. In there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Fooled him 1-2.
Slider that time from Albers. Basically sinking fastball slider. Is that breaking ball down and away, fooling Jimenez.
Albers has allowed runs just twice in his last 12 outings since April 24th. And overall, 3 earned runs in 15 2/3 innings, 1.72 ERA. 13 of his 17 outings on the year have been scoreless. Jimenez, it's a ground ball to deep short, backhanded by Aviles, off balance throw. It's picked and it's in time. What a play! Both ends, Aviles and Gonzalez able to get Jimenez.
Well, that's a big league play right there by Mike Aviles, showing range, going to his right, releasing the ball to first base, getting as much on it as he possibly can, and then Gonzalez at the other end, picking it with the backhand. Boy, I didn't think from that distance there. That reminded me a little bit of Nomar Garcia-Parra, the way he made that play.
So 2 down in the inning, thanks to some very good defense. And Jerry, I have to say that's one of the bigger surprises so far this season. We started spring training and there's a battle, really, at least in some people's eyes, between Iglesias and Aviles, and you wondered about Aviles playing shortstop on a regular basis. He'd worked as an outfielder in winter ball during the winter, trying to get ready for the outfield, and what kind of shortstop he would be. He has been terrific this season so far at short.
Yeah, he's been better, one of the best defensive shortstops in the American League to this point. Covers ground, going to his right, as we just saw, to his left.
Elliott Johnson to left. Nava coming in on the sinking liner, makes the grab that ends the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Albers. Red Sox coming up in the last of the 8th, 7-4 Rays. during the 2012 season. S&S Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. Well, the Rays move on to their fourth reliever of the game, fifth pitcher overall. Joel Peralta comes into the game. His 25th appearance, 0-2 with a 5.12 earned run average. 19 in the third innings, has 23 strikeouts. Opponents hitting at .219 against Peralta. Takes over for Jake McGee, retired all 4 batters he faced. Daniel Nava leads it off in the home half of the 8th. Well, Peralta last pitched against Toronto on Wednesday. Allowed a game-tying 2-run home run to Edwin Encarnacion in the 8th. A 1-0. Red Sox have action of their own in the pen. Franklin Morales warming up. Peralta's actually been on the mound for all 3 of the Rays' blown saves this season. He's allowed 5 home runs this season. Well behind Seattle's Steve Delabar among American League relievers. So he's in here in the 8th inning. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Gets that one by Nava.
Back-to-back fastballs, one at 90, the last one at 92, and the swing and miss by Nava.
Nava, Bird, and Podsednik expected in the inning. Popped up, foul, out of play. Nava's fly to right, struck out looking, walked, and scored. Tap foul, still 1-2. Alex Cobb, the pitcher of record for the Rays in the game. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. He walked 4, struck out 2 in his second game for the Rays this year. He came in 1-0. Since then, J.P. Howell, who gave up 2 runs, didn't get anybody out. Burke Badenhop went 2/3. Jake McGee an inning and a third, and now Joel Peralta into the game here in the 8th for Joe Madden. 2-2. Popped up into shallow right center. Out is the shortstop Elliott Johnson, and he makes the catch for the first out of the 8th inning. So 1 down, and that takes us to Marlon Byrd. Walk, a ground out, and a single, an RBI single at that in the 6th inning. Ball 1. In there for strike 1-1. Well, since April 21st, the Rays are 20-11, tied with Baltimore for the best in Major League Baseball during that time. Talked about it before. It's amazing year in and year out. It seems like the Rays have a completely different bullpen with a completely different closer every year. And this year it is Fernando Rodney, who is 14 for 14 in save opportunity.
We had a chance to see him on that last trip down to Tampa Bay, and he was nasty.
He's one of 3 pitchers in baseball, double-digit saves and no blown saves, along with the Orioles' Jim Johnson, who we just saw, and Jonathan Papelbon. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Jim Johnson is 16 for 16, and Pap is 13 for 13 with the Phillies. But Fernando Rodney, 14 for 14. Former Detroit Tiger and Angel. Peralta part of the bridge to get to Rodney. 2-2 pitch coming. Swing and a foul tip, strike 3. Gets Bird, 2 down in the 8th.
Not an overpowering fastball, but certainly good enough to get it by Marlon Bird right there. Got up in the zone a little bit between the letters and the bell.
Two down, 6 in a row. Retired now by Rays pitching. Here's Scott Podsednik. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. And Sednick reaching on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. Singled, stole a base, and scored in the 5th. Then the sacrifice bunt in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Peralta appears to have an array of pitchers in his arsenal coming out of the bullpen.
Well, so far we've seen the fastball, the breaking ball, the splitter. Last pitch, a splitter to Podsednik.
Swing and a miss as he blows it by Podsednik and strikes him out. 2 Ks in the inning. We're through 8. It's 7-4 Rays. grand slam for Matt Joyce, who changed the game in the third into the bullpen. His 9th home run of the year, and then back-to-back home runs for the Rays in the fourth. Elliott Johnson, a 2-run shot, and Carlos Pena connects with his 7th home run of the year. It's part of the back-to-back home runs for the Rays. Led it 7-1 at one point in this game. Red Sox, though, coming back. A run in the 5th and 2 in the 6th. It is 7-4 as we head to the 9th inning. Pitcher on for the Red Sox. 4th of the game as Franklin Morales comes in to pitch the 9th inning. Morales' 18th appearance, 0-1 with a 4.40 earned run average. 18 hits and 14 1/3. He's got 10 strikeouts and opponents hitting at .310 against Morales. Last worked 3 days ago at Baltimore, going a third of an inning and giving up a hit. Carlos Pena to lead it off here for the Rays in the 9th. Pena tonight has grounded out, walked, homered, and struck out. Shift on. Gonzalez has got it. He will flip to Morales for the out. 1 down in the 9th. Fernando Rodney starts to warm up. And again, 14 out of 14 in save opportunities so far in the year for Fernando Rodney. He'll have at the very least a 3-run advantage. And it'll be the top of the Red Sox order. Mike Aviles, Dustin Pedroia, David Ortiz. Anybody gets on, and Adrian Gonzalez will have a chance. B.J. Upton takes strike 1. Strike 2, 0-2. The night when the bullpen has been very good. Scott Atchison, 3 shutout innings, giving up 2 hits. Matt Albers had a 1-2-3/8, and here's Franklin Morales as the first out of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss. Got him on the change, and B.J. Upton strikes out. 2 down in the inning.
A couple of good change-ups in that at bat to B.J. Upton. He puts them away on the change-up. Down below the knees, about shin high.
2 down, 6 in a row, retired by Red Sox pitching. Luke Scott, the batter. Scott has struck out twice, grounded out, and lined out. Look out. This one is thrown behind Scott. 97 miles an hour and right in behind him. In there for strike 1-1. One is inside. 2-1. in again, 3-1. And they finally hit Scott. Pierre Morales was trying for a while. And the benches will empty as Scott started out and was intercepted by the catcher Saltalamacchia. Scott, of course, had been hit last week in the series in Tampa Bay. And the first pitch thrown behind him at 97 miles an hour. He has been a bit of a lightning rod for the Red Sox over the years in Baltimore and now in Tampa. As conversations getting heated here, but so far no punches. As Bob McClure being pushed away, and the coach is more active right now than the players. So Alex Ochoa fired up there in the middle. Piles appear to be separating here as Bobby Valentine is barking back now.
Yeah, and a lot of people barking back at Valentine. Look at George Hendrick trying to get in the middle of it.
There are more coaches involved in this than there are players at the moment anyway.
Tim Bogart.
Ochoa first, then McClure, then Bogart, and somewhere in the middle Valentine. But you got coaches versus coaches and players right now trying to get in between. It's an odd scene. Tim Bogart was a former Rays coach under Joe Madden. He's being held up by Dave Martinez at the moment. Actually, that's Jose Molina. So some mingling has gone on for a while here.
And you're right, Don. It has been mostly coaches involved in this brouhaha. This goes back to last week in Tampa. Emma Gonzalez said he was going to hit a home run. Well, then he got hit by the first pitch by Moore. Later on in the game, they got DuBrant hit Luke Scott. And Pedroia got hit in the ball game tonight. And then they got Luke Scott.
The very first pitch of the inning at 97 miles an hour thrown behind him.
And they kept calling for the fastball inside, and they finally got him. Remember, Pedroia got it earlier in this ball game today.
From a player's standpoint, the only thing really that you could see as Bob McClure got into it there with Carlos Pena. But as far as actual shoving or anything else, the initial shove there from Scott and Saltalamacchia was really it. McClure and Pena had to be separated. Zobrist separating the Red Sox pitching coach, along with the home plate umpire, Mark Carlson. So back to the bullpens they go, back to the dugouts they go. We'll see who will be ejected from this game. I would imagine Morales
will go, and probably Luke Scott also. And now we got something going down the third base line that seems to be involving some fans. B.J. Upton.
This has turned out to be an ugly scene here tonight.
Yeah, it has. And you know, you were right, Don. I mean, the interesting thing about that After Scott got upset and was separated by Salter Lamacchia, it seemed like most of the coaching staffs were involved in all of that. And we still got some baseball to play. Long weekend could be started here at Fenway.
So Ed Rapuano is the crew chief, and we'll see what ejections, if any. They're handing out warnings. That's not a real surprise. I guess they're not going to eject anybody. Morales has been handed a baseball, so he's going to stay in the game.
I thought for sure he'd be one to go.
I thought so too. So he's going to take some warm-up tosses, but he's allowed to stay in. So Scott's allowed to stay in. He's at first base, and no ejections. You mentioned earlier that Pedroia was hit.
This is back in the 6th inning, right in the ribs. And first base was open at that time, and there's the one off the knee to Scott. Tim Bogart hot. It's about as hot as I've ever seen him. And he's yelling at Pena. Bogart, a former member of the the Rays organization, I should say.
The Red Sox dislike for Luke Scott has gone back to the days of the Orioles when he and Beckett had gotten into it here at Fenway Park in the past, April 27th of last year when he was with the Orioles. So it's not his first rodeo. 2 down in the inning, and a runner at first. Ben Zobrist, the batter, and he takes strike one as we get back to baseball. At least for now. I don't think I've seen that before, Jerry, where the coaches are more involved than the players. And the players are the peacemakers.
They were hot.
That was odd. Here's a pop-up that will get back into the stands, and it's 0-2. Kelly Shopik in the background there was the Rays catcher last year. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and the inning ends. But not before the bench is empty. Red Sox coming up in the ninth, trailing by 3. Ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow, the Rays and Red Sox move on to Fox, but on Sunday, Nessa return to the rematch, the pitching matchup from a game last week in Tampa. Jeremy Hellickson will take on Clay Buchholz. Hellickson got the better of Buchholz on May 16 at the Trop, allowing only 1 run. Buchholz was the tough luck loser, allowing just 2 runs. Our live coverage begins Sunday at 12:30 with Red Sox first pitch. New catcher in for the Rays. Jose Molina takes over for Jimenez. And on the mound is Fernando Rodney, 23rd appearance, 2-0, 0.40 earned run average. Talked about it a lot tonight. 14 for 14 in save opportunities. Strikeout to walk ratio 22-3. And opponents sitting at 173 against Rodney as Mike Aviles leads it off here in the 9th inning. And Aviles takes ball 1.
And Aviles kind of light-footed right there, expecting that possibly Rodney would be throwing at him.
For the Rays, Jerry, does that make any sense at this point? You have a chance to win the game.
Absolutely not.
Plenty of time left in the season series.
The only chance would be maybe with 2 outs and nobody on. But that still wouldn't be the brightest thing to do when you got a W looking at you in the face.
Plenty of games left, even this weekend, as the pitch in there for a strike. Aviles 0 for 3 in the game with a sac fly as he fouls it off to the right, 2-2. Nevertheless, I can't imagine that it's a very comfortable feeling to be coming to bat at all after that takes place.
Oh, no, absolutely not. You don't know what to expect.
It's outside, ball 3. Rodney's 35 years of age. Picked up his 100th career save on Saturday against Atlanta. 2 saves shy of the Rays record for consecutive saves to start a season. That's 16 by Rafael Soriano. Here's a pop-up right side of the infield. It'll be the second baseman, Sean Rodriguez. Takes care of out number 1. So 1 out in the 9th, and that'll bring up Dustin Pedroia. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game to stay with us for WB Mason Red Sox Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on NESN. Pedroia hit by a pitch in the 6th. He is 0 for 3 in the game as he takes ball 1. Ball and a strike now to Pedroia.
Basically fastball changeups from Rodney.
David Ortiz waiting on deck. That's a strike, and it's 1-2.
And that's back-to-back changeups, both at 83 miles an hour.
Pedroia 0 for 2 in his career against Rodney. That'll go to the backstop, and at 97, it's 2-2.
Tries to unload on the fastball and up over everything, including Molina, his catcher.
Full count. Pedroia strikes out. The changeup that gets him, and there's 2 down in the 9th.
Yeah, that changeup is absolutely nasty. We saw that down in Tampa Bay. That fastball at 97 and a changeup at 83. I mean, just devastating.
See Pedroia just reaching, trying to make some sort of contact, and cannot. He's out number 2 of the 9th, and that is 9 in a row retired by Rays pitching. Talk about how good the Red Sox pen has been. The Rays pen in this game has been almost as good, with the exception of J.P. Howell. Ortiz looks at strike 1. And David has had some success. He is 3 for 11 in his career, and he does have 2 home runs against Fernando Rodney. It's outside. Molina tried to frame it on the corner. 2-1. Ortiz lines out to the third baseman, Drew Sutton, and that ends the ball game. 15 for 15 is Fernando Rodney, and Jerry, this series against the Rays has been amped up a little bit here with a little drama in the end.
Yeah, it has. This could be a long weekend here at Fenway Park as far as that stuff goes. But for this game here, Red Sox falling behind early, having to play catch up all night long. John Lester, just one of those nights for the Boston Red Sox, giving up the 3 home runs, and the Red Sox offense could never really get back into the ball game.
So final